Your Rush On with Jay Brooks in the Morning Rush on 98.7 Kiss Country.
Boy, we gave him some on Saturday night, Pete, or Saturday afternoon, Pete.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would be an early topic of discussion today.
We'll hold that. We call that a little teaser, Pete.
There you go. That's right.
More to come in just a bit. More details. Hey, what's going on in this road construction? Let's get this business out of the way. What do we
get this done? You got other things to talk about?
Yeah, right, exactly.
All right. Well, we got some pretty good updates. The Iowa 14 bridge at Rosedale between the Marble Rock and Rockford corners. We're hoping to have that thing open in a couple weeks, end of September at the latest. So we've been talking about that one for a while, how things have been progressing well once they got out of the water, and it's really been going well. So that's good news. The Iowa 122 bridge on the west side of Mason City, the deck was poured on Friday. So like I said, that's always a big milestone on the project. So continue to move forward with that. We're still looking at a mid to late November opening for that one. Good news on the asphalt resurfacing project between Hampton and I-35. They've been working on the bridge in kind of the middle of that project for quite a while, doing some repair work. That should be done and opened up on Wednesday, which means the temporary traffic lights will be down. Now, they will still be doing work in that stretch because they are resurfacing the road, and they do have some of the asphalt down already. They hope to have that done by the middle of October. What else we got going? We talked a little bit about the patching last week on Interstate, kind of between the Avenue of the Saints and B20. That is supposed to get going today. It was supposed to start last week, but it got pushed back. So that's going to get going today. So look out for a lane closure on there. And then when they're done with that, they will start resurfacing that area. Probably what they're hoping to do is on the end of September, start the resurfacing. And then that should wrap up at the end of October. And then the microsurfacing work on I-35, starting at about the Dow's exit and going 18 miles north. They are getting some good progress up on that. They really hope to start microsurfacing. They've done the milling. They hope to start microsurfacing later today or tomorrow. So that should be done by early October. And other than that, everything else is still kind of on schedule. One thing I want to talk about a little bit too, and I know we've mentioned this before, the US 65 project on 19th Street. We do have a signed detour that takes people on, I believe, B35 over to Kentucky and then back up to 19th Street. And I know a lot of people are going to be using city streets and making their own detour. Just make sure that you take it easy going through those neighborhoods because people aren't used to that traffic going through there. And when you come to uncontrolled intersections, make sure that you follow the rules of the road. The driver on the left must yield. So keep that in mind. Take it slow going into those intersections. I've seen a lot of people who just go flying through there. So keep that in mind. These intersections are dangerous when they are uncontrolled, especially when they aren't used to that traffic. So be ready for that and be careful.
You know, Pete, it's always fun to watch when you come up to a stop sign or an uncontrolled intersection. You know which one goes next. You see people start rolling, then they stop, and then because you both start rolling,
right?
And then finally just wave them on.
Yeah, no, and that, to be honest with you, I'd rather have that than people just come flying through the intersection. I'd rather them be extra cautious like that. But you're right, that does happen a lot. And like I said, if you're going to do that, perfect. Slow down, and if you have to sit and look at each other for a few seconds and decide who's going to go, no problem. That way you both get through there safely.
Yeah, I got to think once in a while when I'm doing that. Not lately because I've had it happen quite often here recently.
Sure.
I'm going, okay, let's see. I'm on the left and they're, okay, so they get to go first. But then when they're trying to wave you through,
right,
it's like, no, you go.
Right, exactly.
No, you go. No.
Just go slow.
Yeah,
and the other thing too is if you're turning left at the intersection and somebody else comes later and they have the right of way, even if you were there first and you're turning left, they still have the right of way. It's not first person. Yes, they do. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep, that is people who are turning left have to yield.
even if I was there first.
Correct.
Well, they never taught me that in driver's ed, Pete.
Well, I think you better go back and look in your book.
That was never a thing back in the day.
Yeah, well, I think that goes back to one of those things where just go slow and watch the other driver, and if you wave them through, you wave them through.
All right. Just be nice. It's positive and be nice to the other drivers.
Yes, I will admit that has happened to me a lot at an intersection that I drive a lot, where there's the cross traffic doesn't stop, and I'm going to be turning left, and somebody comes and stops at the stop sign across from me. After I've been there.
Right.
And I know, no, I'm supposed to wait for them. So I sit there, and all of a sudden I just get this angry wave like, go, it's your turn. I'm like, no, really, it's not, but okay, I'll go.
There's always words exchange in that too, and that you can't hear.
All I usually see is just a very emphatic go.
Yeah.
So yes, that
so
one
is it-
is a tricky one that people, but like I said, as long as you go slow and you watch the other driver, just be careful.
Yeah. So that's the business out of the way, Pete. Now
That is the business out of the way, Jake.
let's turn the page here real quick and talk quickly about. Well, we had. I got to tell you, we had a celebrity in our neighborhood this past weekend, and people were like,
You
"Oh my
live
gosh."
there, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm not the celebrity. Pete's coming over. I go, yeah, Pete's gonna swing by. Is he staying for the game? I go, no, he's gonna go. He's got his own party to go to.
Yep. No, it was fun. It was fun to meet some of the people and see your parents, and it was a good time.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, you missed out on all the people that showed up.
Yeah, sounds like it was pretty entertaining.
Oh boy, I tell you what, you don't.
And there was a game on too.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, we almost forget about that.
Yeah.
But it was a hard fought game by the Hawkeyes. I'm sorry, Hawkeye fans, but oh boy, the Cyclones took it to you. Well, it didn't last 5 seconds.
Well, guess what? All that matters is the final score.
Right, exactly. I started off full. Well, Pete, I had it on when you stopped over.
Yeah.
A whole Cyclone thing. So people don't think I'm crazy. And I'm just, you just say that. No, I really did. I had a Cyclone T-shirt on with the jersey, had the ball cap. I'm superstitious, and I thought this was gonna be a good day. Had the football. As you usually have a football. Now the football season's around, I was carrying that around. And then, you toss the ball every now and then, timeout, commercial break, halftime, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And then, kids come running by. I think it's funny. They steal the ball and then they run off. So at halftime, the Hawkeyes were winning. And the people were all giving me all sorts of grief. Well, how do you think the Cyclones are doing today, Jay? I go, hey, it's not over yet.
No.
We got another whole half to go. I said, we're fine. We're fine. So I went in the house. I changed. I took off the jersey, kept my Cyclone T-shirt on, and I put on my Iowa Hawkeye hat. And boy, I tell you what, did I get to looks when I walk out of the house? There was double takes. And what are you doing? And I go, hey, I'm just gonna mess cleanly. I'm gonna mess with the Hawkeyes mojo. And they go, yeah, right, whatever. Halfway through the third quarter, I told him, that's what I told him. I said, hey, guess what? I said, Cyclone's going to win. We got a little ways to go, but we're doing fine. And we're going to win by 1 because you missed out on scoring some extra points there. So you only had 19. I said, we're going to win 2019. Guess what happens?
Yeah, I remember quite well what happened.
Right. I know. And you know what? That's on a day that I didn't even bet.
Yeah, of course not.
No, I don't. Never bet against the Cyhawk game.
No, there's no logistical reason to bet on that thing because weird things happen all the time.
As you saw on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that was weird or just the fact that Iowa State played 4 quarters and Iowa played about 2.5.
Yeah, which is fine with us Cyclone fans.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Now, next week, I want to see the Hawkeyes go out there and beat somebody up.
Right.
Same thing with the Cyclones.
Yep.
So we get through that bump in the road at the beginning of the season, then we're all good.
Yep. Now it's time to focus on the rest of the year and hope both teams do very well because it just helps out the other team.
I know you're 1-1 for the weekend. I'm 2-0 because Cyclones won. Vikings won big. Boy, did they look good or just Giants just that bad?
Well, I'll go back to what I always say. Give me till mid-October. But the one thing I will say, Daniel Jones struggles. I read something yesterday that since he signed his big contract, he has thrown more touchdowns to the opposing defense than to his own team. He's had more pick sixes than touchdown passes. But in everything I've read and stuff, the Giants were supposed to have a pretty good defense.
Yeah,
And,
but
I guess our offense put up 21 points. We got the one pick six, but yeah, it was a good way to start the season, especially on the road.
I was smiling.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a little bit bigger of a test come this Sunday, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I tell you what, they came on strong last night too. Little start.
They look good, San Francisco.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Purdy looks so good. Man, he has such control of that offense and knows where everybody's supposed to be. And yeah, and when he has to scramble, he seems to know what his teammates are going to do, and they know what he's going to do, and that's what consistency gives you.
That's what a good old Iowa football player does for you, right there. Cyclone.
There's still a George Kittle on that San Francisco team.
And I love that pairing right there. Those two boys, man.
Yep.
So it's just funny to see a Cyclone throw to a Hawkeye all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. And sounds like they have fun with it as well. So.
Oh, absolutely. You have to. I'm sure they had a big thing. I didn't watch it, see if they had a big bet going or anything.
Yeah, they didn't say anything, but I am guessing sometime this week you will see George Kittle in a Cyclone gear or a Cy head or something.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure it's coming.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Pete, it's great to catch up with you. Great to see you this past weekend before the game, and
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, but we'll see what goes on next week.
Yep, and again, going back to the business a little bit, just be careful out there. We've still got a lot of people in the roads with school going on and with all the sporting events happening and road work still continuing. So it's still going on. Even though we're past Labor Day, we got plenty of weeks of road construction left. So be aware of it. Follow the 511ia.org and the 511ia app, and we'll be set.
Pete, have yourself a wonderful week. All right.
All right. You do the same, Jay.
That's the good stuff.